of your company, our mental health is the leading component of overall health and well-being, according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics. It's reporting more than 2 in 5 Australians aged 16 to 85 years have experienced a mental disorder at some time in their life. Joining me live is Pirie-Nally, founder of She Evolves community. How are you this morning, Sarah?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Well, some big numbers there. That's around 43.7% or 8.6 million people, showing us the importance of wellness, don't you think?
Oh, it totally freaks me out. It's one of those things where you realise that mental health, it doesn't discriminate. Any of us can fall victim, if you like, to a mental health crisis. And I really wanted to do something about that. It's one of those things we can do lots of things to prevent or scaffold our mental health, and wanted to really explore that through this community.
So tell us about your community, She Evolves. How was it created?
I have done a couple of events in the past, mainly looking at innovation and entrepreneurship, and I wanted to create something that was a little bit more inclusive. So, inviting mums and aunties and grandmothers and maybe even, retirees or people who own their own businesses. And I think what's exciting about the crowd that we've already started to gather is that we've got that lovely, inclusive range of women who can share stories and connect and help each other during this, really important time.
And so tell us more about it, because you get to spend a couple of good solid days and really connect, as you said, with people, because it's so often that we leave our own stresses to fix everyone else, but this sounds really positive.
I'm a huge fan of things like meditation and behavioural science and finding ways to explore well-being in different ways. And rather than just sort of putting on a couple of day event, we've designed something that takes people out of their normal life and puts them in an environment that really helps scaffold whatever it is that we're teaching them in this particular experience. So couldn't think of anywhere better than Fiji to host the experience. For me, I love Fiji time. Fiji time is a little bit slower than normal time, and you can't help but kind of stop and actually take that time to breathe and connect with yourself and with what's important.
So tell us about who will be there, guest speakers and so forth.
Yeah, we've got some amazing speakers, including some people from around the world. I'm super lucky that a friend, Rahaf Bush, who actually worked with Obama on his social media strategy and then experienced burnout herself, is coming along to talk about an amazing book that she wrote called Hustle and Flow. And within that book, she really looks at the tensions that we need to navigate between creativity and productivity, and how we need to rethink and reimagine the way that we work. We've also got Wema Hoover, who is a global diversity and inclusion expert. She's worked with companies like Google and Pfizer in actually looking at how we actually create equality for organisations, but also for society. We have Sally Starcy and Julie, who are twin sisters who started Star Runner. Their latest venture is Her Black Book, again, kind of looking at the tensions that they've navigated in their careers. And I think the common theme across all of these amazing speakers and workshops and experiences is looking at navigating all of those tensions. So as we come out of a global pandemic, as we think about our work, our life, how we can really leverage the silver linings of the pandemic, how can we learn from the best and brightest around the world and really think about setting things up in a way more sustainable way so we don't get back into that crazy hustle that we're all in pre and maybe even during the pandemic.
And then have a nice swim and a massage after all of that wonderful work.
Oh, and not only that, I've got a little bit of a paint and sip organised. We've got yoga, we've got cocktails and courage. We're looking at, creating an experience that allows women to explore aspects of themselves that maybe they don't give themselves permission to every day. And one of the things I really love is giving people all of those lovely opportunities. There's some interesting things as well. There's an underwater photographer. We'll have people exploring, like I said, life and business, as well as art and science, and seeing all those different things that they'd maybe like to take through to their new life.
Oh, I like the sound of that. And can you basically tailor it to how you want it to be? If you're not really wanting to do too much, can you kind of calm things down? Or if you're really full ball, can you, go that way?
Yes, and that was really important to me because I have been to some events where it's like go, 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 and it kind of is the opposite of what we're trying to create here. So there's lots of optionality and there's modular sort of aspects to it so that each person can actually go in and choose what's going to work for them. So they can lie by the pool and read a book, go along to a talk, maybe book in for one of our workshops, or they can go and experience it all, depending on whether they're the go-getter who needs to absorb everything at pace, or someone who wants to maybe even slip in 9 holes of golf at the beautiful Shangri-La golf course in between some of those amazing experiences that we have on offer.
Fantastic. And Fiji is certainly not too far away either, is it?
It's nice. It's only about 5 hours from Australia, and then, from New Zealand, it's only a couple of hours. So it means that you're not on a plane for too long, and you can get back to your family if you are leaving them behind. Or you could be bringing your family. And I think the radical inclusion that we're kind of trying to create within this experience is about making sure that whoever you are and whatever's going on for you, we can create that space so that you can take some time for yourself.
Wonderful. And what are some of the key benefits that guests will get out of the event and take home with them?
I like to call these the hidden vegetables. So I've studied neuropsychology, behavioural science, and I'm a design thinking expert. So everything for me is sort of done with a bit of an on-purpose twist. And so we have put together a really amazing journal that people get to go through during the experience, but also get to look at afterwards. And with behaviour science, we're always looking at designing nudges. Nudges are little, interventions that help people reach whatever goals they're looking to get to. And so basically through the experience and also after the experience, we've got a series of nudges that will actually help people, rather than just come to an experience and then it all fall away, really sustain whatever change or goals are put in place to scaffold their well-being for life.
Well, sounds wonderful, and best of luck. Look forward to hearing more, and great chatting with you, Pirie-Nally, founder of She Evolves Community.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing day.
You too.